guess where I am? Cause Sophie's asleep. No, she's awake, but she's turned off the lights. Cause I got a muffin. Cause I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Dude, it's like 11:30, I think. Freaking, alright. Guys, so, woke up today, went to freaking whatever it's called. What is it called? I went to, where did I go? Religion. I had religion today. And then I was in religion and I was texting a bunch of people. I wasn't really paying attention. Then one of my friends texted me and was like, can you give me the notes for today? And I went, oh, I'll try. And then I was like, I've got to lock in today so I can get these notes for her. And then I didn't log in. I got distracted by something. I ordered some more conditioner because I ran out. It's getting here tomorrow. It's supposed to be super hydrating, which is great because my scalp's been really dry lately. Like, it's been pretty bad. But yeah. So I'm hoping that works out. And then I asked my grandma to buy me some hair products, and she said yes. Like, coming in clutch, grandma. Gam. She was awesome. I thanked her a bunch. And then, after religion, I literally, I was packing up, I was getting ready to leave, and I'm like, oh, I have to go to the library. And that's where I went. I went to the library. I grabbed myself an Uncrustable from the vending machine. Went down to the first floor. Sat down at, this table that, it's, the second floor. It's behind the globe. It's, the table by the pillar or whatever. I sat down facing the globe or whatever, right? And there was this guy sitting, diagonally across from me or whatever. Bro, I was studying or whatever, but I could see him out of the corner of my eye. Bro was, dancing. He was full-blown, busting a move. He was studying and enjoying himself, and I was like, pop off king. It was so funny. He got up to leave 30 minutes after I sat down, and he just did a full spin move. I was like, bro's feeling it. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I was in the library, obviously, studying. 1:50 comes around. Chloe calls, and I'm like, hey Pookie, what's up? What do you need? And she's like, are you gonna come eat lunch with me? And because she was going to the Will, and I was like, no, I just ate I ate Chick-fil-A yesterday. I don't think I can do it again today. I already ate out a bunch. And she was like, oh, it's cool. But we chit-chatted for 30 minutes. While I was chit-chatting with her, I saw Megan and brown hair Megan and baby girl freaking walk by, which was literally awesome. I was like, oh my gosh, hey, how are you doing? Sorry, muffin's really good. But anyway, I was like, hey, how are you doing? And they went, bye. Did not stop the chat. I think they just said a quick hi or whatever. And then I went back to studying. And then around 4:30, I think, because I hung up with Chloe and then I went back to studying, right? And I caught up everything. I was working on homework. I was pretty much I finished my homework or whatever, and there's one problem I couldn't figure out. Then all of a sudden I hear Bella, and I'm like, who is trying to talk to me? I look up, there's Eli and Colin. I'm like, whoa, what are y'all doing here? And they're studying. And so they're like, how's studying going? And I was like, horrible. There's this problem I can't figure out. And Eli, being in physics, is like, what is it? I can help. And so bro comes over and I'm like, oh, it's this problem. It sucks. And I literally can't figure out how to do it. He's like, screenshot it to me, and when I get time, I'll help you out with it. And I was like, that's so nice. And then they left. I was like, coming in clutch. Love that. I think half the friend group is in physics right now. So I sent him a screenshot, and then 5, I meant to get Chick-fil-A at 5 or whatever, right? But I ended up having to wait till 5:30 because I forgot to click the freaking pay button or whatever, right? And so I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. But eventually I just finished pretty much homework, and I packed up and I went to like, my thing had been like, oh, your chocolate ready, order's ready. And I was like, slay. And so I left, went upstairs to the 3rd floor, because that's like the ground floor. Went upstairs, and I left, and I went to the Wilk, and I grabbed my Chick-fil-A. I got a chicken wrap. I've been doing the grilled chicken, because it's delicious. Sorry, I got a notification. It's really good. They're really good. I highly recommend the grilled chicken. Like, just the nuggets or whatever. But I got a wrap, because I was like, I don't feel like chicken nuggets today. I don't like the avocado lime dressing. It was really good. And like on the way over, I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I did all my homework and I only got confused on one question, which I got help for, and I now understand it. So, because Eli talked me through it or whatever, right? Which, like, it was like kind of like a dumb little thing that I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense or whatever, right? Because anyway, so I went to the Wilk, grabbed my food, sat down, called my mom on the way, told her all my TikTok to her for like ever. And I had the meeting coming up at 8:20 p.m. So I was like, and my iPad was pretty much dead. So I was like, I don't think I'm gonna go home or whatever. But I'm at the Wilk and I like talked to her and I'm like, okay, I want to watch a show, bye. Or whatever, like I'm gonna eat my food, bye. And so, hung up on her and then finished my food, watched a bit of a show. I think like 5:36ish, I like leave. And I go back to my dorms, and I'm in my room, and then like 7 o'clock rolls around, Lainey texts me, and she's like, hey Pooks, are you going to Colin's mission call or whatever? And I was like, I don't feel like walking. She's like, please, and I went, okay, if we walk together, then I'll go. And she was like, okay, slay. And then I was like, wait, but I have a meeting, what time is it? And she's like, oh, it's at 8, and I'm like, okay, I can go, but I'm leaving at like 8:10 or whatever, right? Because like B9 to the JKB is like a bit of a walk or whatever, right? So I was like, okay, but I have to leave at like 8:10, so if he doesn't say it, I'm leaving. But anyway, we get there. He even started late, but he got through all of it. He's going to Missouri, Spanish speaking, which is awesome. Proud of him. It was super funny. But yeah, he read the whole thing, and then 8:10, I'm like, guys, I gotta leave, and so I left. And then I got stopped by Jackson on the way out. I was like, Jackson, what are you doing here? He lives there, but I was like, Jackson, what are you doing? I'm like, Colin just got called to whatever, and he's like, oh, I forgot about that. I was like, bro, it's really funny. Anyway, and so I left, walked all the way to the JKB, and the room was like 2001, and I literally was like, I get on the 2nd floor, and I'm like, this is like 2100. I'm like 21. I was like 2100 or whatever. And I was like, what? I'm like, where's the 2000s? So I had to like speed. At this point, I had like 2 minutes till my meeting started. Thank goodness, President, whatever his face is, he was late. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. But yeah, no, I'm walking around. I finally find it like right at like the time I'm supposed to meet him. I'm like, hey, I'm so-and-so or whatever, right? And he's like, yes, he will be with you soon. And then bro starts talking to me about like the temple stuff and ordinances. And then he gets into like this crazy emotional thing where he was emotional. He was like super cute and like super excited or whatever. He was like cute old man energy. I was like, oh, it's so cute. But he starts going and being like, I like to learn things because wouldn't it suck to not be remembered? I literally start crying. I start crying because I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. That would be so sad. And then he literally made me cry from thinking about that. Cause like, wouldn't it just be so nice to like be remembered, or like someone is like actually looking into what I'm like, you're right, that is so nice. And then he was like, yeah, and I was like, thank you. That was really sweet. It was adorable. Literally had like tissue in hand, drying up my eyeballs because they tears falling down them. Anyway, so then bro comes out. Super cute guy, by the way. Comes out with them. I'm not exactly my type, but he was cute. And then like I get up, I shake his hand, and I'm like, hello. And then we walk back there. I do my interview. I kill it. We go through all the fun questions, and then there's like the testimony portion, and then he plays like missionary with me, where he's like, I'm an investigator. Now, what is this? And then like acts like an investigator, and I'm like, oh, da 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 da. and like I try and teach him, and it was funny, like I feel like I did pretty well teaching him and stuff, but there would be some stuff where it's like very simple. Like we were talking about like the Sabbath day and keeping it holy, and he's like, I went through like logistically like what that means and how it's like different for every person, like what that keeping the Sabbath day holy means. And then he was like, what do you do on Sunday? I was like, go to church. And he's like, what do you mean you go to church? Like investigator style. And I was like, oh, I gotta talk about that. But no, it's fun. Dude, I was making him giggle and laugh. I was like, I'm killing it. But yeah, it was pretty fun. Dude, I loved playing missionary. That was so fun. He was like, can I come to church? Church, can I come? I was like, yes, you can. Oh my gosh, absolutely. But yeah, it was really funny. Oh, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was really hot in there. Like I had a jacket on because it was like raining out. And then I took it off. Oh, and I had to wear a church dress there. But I like went out without my church dress, and I like picked up Lainey because we were gonna walk to Collins sing together, right? And then she goes, "Don't you have to wear a dress to that?" And I went, oh, "You're right." And so I had to change real quick. But it was really funny. It was really funny. And then I finished the interview, and guess who I run into on my way out? Ella and Noah. Oh, not baby girl. The other one, the white one. Oh. We were like, what are you doing here? It was very funny. But yeah. And then I walked back, text a bunch of people. I text Lainey and I text the ABC group chat with me and Chloe. Nope, me, Audrey, and Chloe. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm headed back now. And then I get back and I forget to say anything. Because I was like, I called my mom too after. Because I was like, I already told her I was going to call her. It was like 9, and I was like 11 there. 11 over there, but I called her. I told her all about it. And then I had to like hang up with her because we were going to watch The Bachelorette, right? Because I finally get to Chloe's room and I'm like, we're watching The Bachelorette right now. And so we put on The Bachelorette. Crazy episode. We were on, I think, episode 4. I don't know. It was the one where like Luke P tackles Luke S and like pretty much like manipulates and like like it's crazy. He like freaks. It was insane because he's like he manipulates and then like pretty much like abuses Luke emotionally like abuses Luke S until Luke S is just like, you know what, I'm leaving. I can't handle this because he's like talking to Hannah and being like and Hannah's an idiot. I can't believe she's such an idiot. The only reason she kept him is because I think he's cute and like I could see a future. I'm like, Hannah. Yeah, it was insane. I was like, Hannah, what are you doing? No. Oh my gosh. And like she left. John Paul Jones got kicked off and friggin' I think some Tyler guy got kicked. I was like, you're gonna choose Luke P, the crazy one, and like you can tell by just like the way he looks like at people, and like when he's being confronted, he gets that like, and I can relate a bit because like he's really defensive, like can't handle taking the blame, which is like a middle schooler thing to do, like elementary middle schooler thing to do, and like he just like gets that like teenage, like if you've ever like scolded like a kid or like a teenager that just like doesn't care at all, you like that look they give you, like I feel like if you're a parent you probably get that, or like younger sibling, I don't know, but like there's that look that they give you where they're just like, I'm not paying attention to you right now, like I'm tuning all of this out, or like I'm listening, but like it's a look, like you know it when you see it. But like he had that look towards like anyone that was confronting him, and even when he was like confronting Luke, and then Hannah's an idiot because she was just over here like, oh, let me get these two guys to fight with each other and not get an outside source to back up one or the other, because if what so-and-so said is true or wrong, then it can be backed up by other people. But no, Hannah's she's not smart at all. She's from Alabama. No offense if you're from Alabama, I'm from South Carolina, so I mean, we're not smart there either. But yeah, no, bro. Oh my gosh, she's so dumb. Like, it's aggravating how dumb she is. But like, it gets crazier. Like, it takes, I'm gonna spoil it, because I know, like, the biggest thing or whatever that, like, got Luke kicked off the Bachelorette. I hope you're not watching this. If you're Audrey, she doesn't watch my videos. Yeah, like, the thing that got Luke kicked off, the thing that finally got Hannah to realize that Luke P is insane is the time it comes for, like, fantasy suites, right? Which is, like, when they have, like, they have sex with each other. Like, that's the thing on the Bachelorette, where, like, they go one night to be physical, and then, like, after that she has to choose who she wants to marry. And they have to choose if they want to marry her, right? It takes up until that, and that's, like, in game. That's, like, that's the episode right before the finale. And it takes up to then for her to finally realize Luke is insane, because he goes up to her and is like, hey, you're not gonna have sex with other people, right? That's not a good Christian thing to do. And, like, I'm Christian, and you can't do that because you're Christian. And she's like, oh, you're crazy. I'm like, girl, what? How did you not see it before, you dum-dum? And, like, everyone, she's even got stories from everyone, how, like, everyone hates Luke P. Everyone hates Luke P. And Luke P is like, oh, no, they're weird. And she's like, okay. Yeah. It's insane. Anyway, yeah, and wait for that. It's been hard for us to, like, sit down and watch The Bachelorette, because, like, all last week I was, like, pretty much in the library. The week and the week before I was just, like, in the library till, like, 12. Like, it was hard. It was hard to, like, do that, right? But this week I've been able to, like, pretty much finish what I need to finish, like, around, like, 5, 6-ish, maybe 7. 5, 6-ish, maybe 7. And yeah, I still have a lot to do. I think tomorrow's Thursday, but I definitely think Friday and Saturday I'm gonna try and do, like, a full-blown day, like 9 to whatever, to just, like, I really have, like, this plan. I want to get ahead, and I want to just, like, do this, because there's stuff that I, like, forget to do until, like, day it's due, because I'm so focused on physics. But if I can get that stuff out of the way, then I won't have to, like, worry about, you know, doing all this stuff. I also have a quiz I gotta take that's due tomorrow night, which I can do. It's a religion. I gotta remember that. I'm gonna set a timer. Set an alarm, a reminder or whatever, right, for that, because I cannot forget that. I'll definitely won't be able to get an A. Okay, okie dokie. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.